In this tutorial, I am going to describe about the data types in PHP. Variables can store many types of data. I am going to give you a list of those. One is string, then integer, float, boolean, array, object, null, and resource. These are the supported types. I am going to describe everyone in short, and then in the following tutorials I will describe everything in very detail. But in today's tutorial I am just going to describe all those in short. One is a string, and you see that a string, what is actually a string? A string means a sequence of characters. A string can be any text inside quotes, and you can use the single or double quotes. Let's check an example. I am going to show you. For example, this is a PHP block, and here I assign something. For example, country equal to, my country is Bangladesh. I am going to give it. You see that I used a double quote here, and these are the sequence of characters. So Bangladesh here is a string. If I want, I can also write this in this way. I use here single quote instead of double quote. So this is the same thing. So you can write a string inside a single quote or inside a double quote. That means these two lines are exactly the same thing. That is given here, and it is told that a string can be any text inside the quotes. In the string we can operate many operations, and we will show that later. For example, I want to print this value into my browser, then I will just use the echo. You know that echo is used to print any data, so I am just going to write echo, and then this variable I can straight call. That means the value of this variable will be shown in front of my screen. Remember that when I put anything into a variable, the variable name will not be shown. Only the value that is assigned into a variable, that will only be visible in front of the visitor or user. If I run this code to my browser now, if I refresh, you will see that the country name is showing here. Similarly, instead of assigning the string to a variable, you can straight call something like echo. That means this is actually printing a string. Echo is going to print something. What he is going to print? A string. This can be multiple words. For example, Bangladesh is a nice country. Here you see that the total sentence here is a string, and that will be shown in my browser if I refresh. So I hope you have understood what string is. After the string, you see that there is a integer number. There are some numbers. One is integer. Integer actually a non-decimal number. Its range starts from this. Here it is given from this to this in 32-bit system, and this is a big range of integer from this to this in a 64-bit system. So it starts from minus and go to the plus. An integer must have at least one digit and must not have a decimal point. An integer can be either positive or negative, and it can be specified in any system. For example, in decimal you can represent it in hexadecimal or octal or binary notation. You can specify an integer. The integer has some constants, predefined constants. I will show you that. Some functions are given to us to check if a value is an integer. So I will check that. Let's try with that. After this, I am now going to do something. For example, the value of a variable, that is x, equal to, for example, 20. This 20 is actually an integer, and an integer must not have any decimal value. For example, if you give 20.45, this is a number, but this is actually not integer because the point comes here, that means a decimal value comes here. So integer must not have any decimal value. So x equal to 20. So here 20 is something that is assigning to a variable, and you know the variable contains the data type. So here x is the variable and it contains the data type integer, because here is 20. You can easily show this integer in front of the screen like this. If I now load the browser, you see that the 20 is coming in front of me. Here is another thing, that is that 20 is an integer because there is no single quote or double quote here. But if you give here a double quote and put 20 into here, this 20 is not an integer now. This is now a string. If you go and try to see the output, you will not see any change. So how you can understand if a value is an integer or not? In order to check, what we can do here, we can use a function that is int, and as a parameter of that function I am going to put this variable. That means int is an built-in function. I am going to give the output of it, and x is the parameter of this function, and the value will be passed here, that is 20. So I am going to check int 20, it is what type of value. That means if it is integer, int means if it is integer or not. If it is integer, it will give me a return value 1, and if it is not integer, it will give me a return value 0. So let's try refresh. You see that the value comes here 1. I am going to zoom my screen 200%. Okay, so this is 1, and you see that it is true. Isn't? Yes, so it is showing 1. But if now I do the same thing here, you see that the 20 is into a double quote, or if you give it into a single quote, it will be the same. Now if I go to show this, you will see that there is nothing coming. That means no value is get here. That means this is actually not integer. As this is going to be false, so no value is showing in the screen. But if you go to give here 20.34, this is also not integer. If I go to refresh this, yes, you see that nothing comes. But if I go to remove this, only 20, which is integer. Now if I refresh the browser, you see that the 1 comes. That means it is true. So in this way you can use isInt. The similar way you can use the isInteger. It will also return 1, isLong, etc. types, etc. functions you can use to check if the variable is an integer variable. Here are some predefined constants. You can straight check this constant. I am going to copy it. The largest integer supported. So my PC or my laptop, which type of integer supports, I can easily check it using this. So I am just going to make this commented, and then I am going to check it, echo this PHP init max. If I go to refresh, it is showing that thrown line number 8, PHP init max, largest integer supported. So here is something I made an error, probably PHP init max, not init actually. This will be PHP int max. So let's try it again, refresh. Yes, you see that this one is coming. Here if I go to the previous page, you will see that here you saw a range, it starts from this and up to this. So this value is showing in front of me here. As my operating system of the PC is 64-bit, so it is showing me this. But if your computer uses a 32-bit system, you will see this if you run this function. So similarly, I can use PHP init min, and if I refresh, you will see that the first value is showing here. So this one is showing here. So in this way they give you something integer in bytes. You can also see this, but actually this is not important, so I am not going to do that. Here it will be int, not init, actually this one. Okay. And also in the case of integer, it told that the value can be positive or negative. For example, I want to echo a value that is, for example, x equal to 20. I am going to show here x equal to minus 45, for example. So if I want to show if it is integer or not, if I want to check if the value of x is integer or not, if I refresh it browser, you see that 1. That means it is telling me it is an integer. So minus 45 is an integer value. So the integer can be positive value or can be negative value. After integer, I am going to the float. Float is actually a type of numerical value that can represent a real number with a decimal point, and also commonly used to represent values such as currency, scientific measurements, etc. We can use this. Also there is a store up to how many values it can store. It is going to tell me. Also the maximum precision is 14 digit. That is okay, no problem. And here you see that PHP float max, float min, and similarly is float is showing here. We can also show the is float if to check if it is a float or not. So what I can do for that, I am going to check it. So let's stop this, and now I am going to give a variable y equal to, for example, 30.56. So if I want to echo this into my browser, how I will see this? The full number will be shown in front of me. If I refresh, you see that 30.56. Now I am going to check if it is float. Is float. So if I run this, you will see that yes, 1. That means this is actually a float. If I check it by is int, if it is integer, it is not integer. So if I refresh, you will see that nothing comes. That means it is false. So in this way you can check if it is float or not. And similarly, like before, what we can do, we can just echo the variable PHP float max. Here straight I can call this because this is a defined constant. I am going to make this stop. Refresh, you see that it is coming in front of me, the maximum value. So in this way you can show the constant values that are given here, though this is it is not important, so I am not going to tell you much about it. After float there is which one, that is Boolean. Boolean means you must have to represent two possible states. One will be true or false. That means if I want to make a variable value is true, then it is Boolean. If echo a, this is actually Boolean value. I am going to refresh, you see that the value is 1. So in the case of Boolean, if a variable is true, then the value will be 1, and if I give it a default value that is false, then the value you will see there is no value. The same thing what we did in the case of y. If you remember, echo is float y. This will be converted actually a Boolean format, because is float means it will check if it is true or false. So if there is any variable that can be true or false, that means it will be a Boolean variable. That means it will contain a value that will be a Boolean, 1 or 0. So this is very simple, and it is told that this is Boolean. I hope you have understood. The next one is array. The array is actually used to store multiple values in a single variable. If you see that in a single variable, here what we worked, these are actually a single variable, a equal to 10. It can be country equal to Bangladesh. So in this way you see that this is a single variable, only a single value is here. This is another single variable, so another single value is assigned here. But if we need to give an array variable, a single variable, but here we can store multiple values like this. So in this way we can assign a array. That means here you see a multiple variables are assigning into a single variable. In future I will give you some lecture where I will describe the detail about the array. After array there is object, classes and objects. These are actually the concept for the object oriented programming, so I am not going to give you any example here. After that there is another data type that is actually not a data type, so I am not going to tell you much about it. If needed I will describe it later, but for now I am going to skip it. So I hope you have understood what are the main data types of PHP that we will use frequently, and when I will go through describing about it with practical examples, you will be very clear about it.